Straight ahead on WBKB, the Biden administration is still pushing Americans to get vaccinated as July 4th gets closer.
Plus, Alpena will unveil a new art display soon, and the Spirit of the Blues comes to downtown Alpena this weekend.
You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Stewart.
And I'm Tyler Cruz. On his 150th day in office, President Biden says the administration has given around 300 million COVID-19 vaccines.
But so far, only 15 states plus D.C. have reached the goal set by the president, with just 2.5 weeks to go until the deadline. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
President Biden's July 4th target of having 70% of U.S. adults at least partially vaccinated is fast approaching, with most states not yet there.
Cases and hospitalizations are not going down in many places in the lower vaccination rate states. They're actually going up in some places.
The renewed push comes as the highly contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus, first discovered in India, has now spread to at least 42 states.
It's a variant that is more easily transmissible, potentially deadlier, and particularly dangerous for young people.
A recent study found one dose of the Pfizer vaccine is only about 33% effective against the Delta variant, while both doses offer about 88% protection.
We're now up to 12% of cases in the United States are the Delta variant. A week ago, it was 6%.
As part of the White House's month of action, Vice President Kamala Harris has been on the road, visiting southern states where vaccination rates still lag.
The vice president traveled to Georgia today, where the vaccination rate is still under 50%.
We got to get the word out, and one of the most important ways that we can get the word out is friend to friend, family member to family member, neighbor to neighbor.
Vice President Harris spread the message at a pop-up vaccination clinic at the well-known Ebenezer Baptist Church before heading to Clark Atlanta University.
We got to get those numbers up. We can do better.
In addition to vaccine outreach, the Biden administration has also announced plans to invest more than $3 billion to speed up development of an antiviral pill to treat COVID-19 and other viruses that could cause future pandemics. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
Governor Whitmer has declared June 19th as Juneteenth Celebration Day in Michigan. Juneteenth celebrates the day in 1865 when slavery was abolished in the United States. Yesterday, President Biden signed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, establishing June 19th as a federal holiday. Many Juneteenth celebrations are planned throughout the state, including large festivals in Kalamazoo, Saginaw, and Flint.
That's good news.
It is.
Well, here's meteorologist Ellie Morrison with a first check of the weather. Ellie, a hot one today.
Certainly a hot one, but it's going to get a little bit cooler for the weekend, and we lucked out with dry conditions after those morning thunderstorms rolled through. We're seeing a mix of sun and clouds over Lachine and pretty similar over Glenny. You can see some of those puffy cumulus clouds in the sky. Temperatures this evening are going to be heading down into the 60s, and then by the early morning we'll start off around 55 degrees. Morning temperatures will rise to the 60s, and then for the afternoon we'll be heading to highs in the middle 70s, so feeling a little bit more comfortable. I'll let you know when our next round of rain is going to move in, coming up later in the newscast.
Thank you, Ellie. We'll see you shortly. The Thunder Bay Arts Council is preparing to unveil an art display in Alpena. Workers from Bedrock and the council were out earlier Friday constructing a sculpture at Washington Avenue Park. The artist who put the piece together for the council's BiPAP series says he wants everyone who views the piece to make their own decision as to what it represents.
I think the less I tell, the better it is. It's not supposed to be anything. It's just whatever you feel when you look at it, like a cloud. You know how you can pick out things in the sky. Yeah, I want it to be like that, kind of undefined.
Alpena says the undefined sculpture took months of preparation and will sit just over 12 feet, weighing about 1,000 pounds. One member from the Arts Council says Alpena's talent is special to the community.
Jake is such a unique person, young, local, who has a kind of a lost skill, a lost trade, forging, hand forging. Not one weld is in this piece. And it's kind of a similar structure to the Eiffel Tower, bolted together with handmade bolts.
To get the first official look at the artwork, a dedication ceremony is planned for Sunday, June 19th from 2 to 3 p.m. at Washington Avenue Park. Coon Line wants to thank Bedrock for their installation efforts and everyone who made the project come to life. Congratulations to the Ring of Charms unit of Mary Kay. The Alpena-based group of independent beauty consultants have a lot to celebrate. Their unit director received the keys to a brand new Chevy Traverse from Cliff Anschutz Chevrolet this afternoon. Well done, ladies.
That's awesome. I want to bring
It is, I know.
Presqu'Île's 1870 lighthouse and its second keeper house reopen next month. The Presqu'Île Township Museum Society had to keep the 1905 Keeper's House closed in 2020 as a COVID precaution. Now that things are looking up, the Society is almost ready to reopen on July 1st. The museum features artifacts from several past keepers, and the tour guides teach visitors about their lives. Normally, the Society opens the house on Memorial Day weekend, but President Vicki Wright says they waited to make sure the region was on track for recovery.
We wanted to make sure that we could provide an environment where our volunteers were safe and our visitors were safe. And we felt that opening up a little bit later might be safer. And so we're really happy that we did wait until July 1st.
Wright adds that the Museum Society is looking for additional volunteers to help give tours and keep the building ship-shape. We'll have the link to the Museum Society on our website if you want to learn more.
If you like festivals, spirits, and the blues, you're going to be really happy in downtown Alpena this weekend.
Oh yeah, and while enjoying the Ladies of the Blues Festival, you can head over to the Fresh Palette for the Spirits of the Blues. The Alpena Blues Festival is back on Saturday, highlighting the Ladies of the Blues with an all-female lineup. And while that's going on, the Fresh Palette will be highlighting Michigan-made spirits in their Spirit of the Blues Festival right next to the music.
What we're doing is highlighting Michigan craft spirits and showcasing how Michigan is doing a great job in the alcohol scene.
The festival will include cocktails, tastings and samples, and more. Peterson says while the drinks may not be blues-inspired, the festival itself will still have some of that blues spirit.
12 hours of blues music and 6 hours of spirits drinking, so it should be a good time.
Peterson says one of his goals is to connect the younger and older generations with classic blues music and modern cocktails.
Then exposes them to the blues, and then the boomers and such that like the blues music then are getting exposed to the younger traditional cocktails that the kids are gobbling up right now.
Relaxing with music and enjoying a drink, Peterson says, is a great way to kick off what looks to be a normal summer again.
It's a good thing. Just get people out, mingling again, feeling a little bit normal, relaxing, having a cocktail, listening to some blues, having a good time.
The Spirit of the Blues Festival starts at 2 p.m. on Saturday during the Ladies of the Blues Festival. 11 Michigan distilleries and 2 Michigan wineries will be featured, and you can find more information at WBKB11.com. I do like spirits and I do like the blues.
I do too.
Looks like fun.
Yeah.
There's more news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, our weekly update on the Bagley Street Bridge, and meteorologist Ellie Morrison has your 7-day.
Warmer and drier for Thursday with highs getting up to 80 degrees and then a possibility of some showers moving in late in the day next Friday. So we're not going to be quite as sweaty for tomorrow with afternoon temperatures in the 70s. And most of the weekend is looking dry. It'll be Sunday evening that we'll get some much needed rainfall moving into our area.
Nice mild weekend.
Yeah.
Mild, sunny in the 70s.
Yeah.
I can't ask for anything better.
Rain for the flowers.
And today's photo was sent in by Julie Zielinski. Julie calls this flower nature's orb. Thank you, Julie, for sharing this photo with us. If you have a photo such as nature shots, pics with friends, or interesting sights you see that you'd like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@wbkb11.com.
Is that one of the flowers that you pick up and blow everywhere?
It is.
It makes everybody sneeze and their eyes water.
It is.
Coming up on WBKB News, how Father's Day is a little extra special this year, and Jake Vanderbrook will have the latest in sports. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. We have our weekly update on the Bagley Street Bridge. Not too much has changed since last week. Managing Director Ryan Breggy says contractors continue to make progress with Pier 2. They completed driving new piling in abutment A. Breggy says they also demolished the south end of the bridge. This means they will start construction on abutment A soon. Breggy says he wants to thank the community for their continued patience. Well, this weekend, families all over the country will celebrate Dad.
And this year, Sherry, the day has some extra meaning for some. Nichelle Medina shares one man's battle with COVID-19 and how his family isn't taking their time together for granted.
Let's get this party started.
Jeff Sweat finds joy in preparing family dinners. A simple pleasure nearly stolen from the husband and father of 3.
I woke up and I was so short of breath that I couldn't walk across the hall.
In February, the 49-year-old's wife, Sunny, rushed him to UCLA Medical Center.
So I circled for about an hour, just thinking, I'm just going to pick him up again.
But Jeff had an acute case of COVID-19, and doctors decided his best chance for survival would be to put him in a medically induced coma. Alone in the ICU, he said goodbye to his family over Zoom.
I just wanted you guys to know how much I love you.
Every time he spoke, his oxygen levels got so low, hospital alarms went off.
I love you so much, Dad.
You're the strongest person in the family. You got this.
I thought this was going to be the last time I was ever going to talk to him. They told me that I would probably be under for 2 to 3 days, and then I woke up 3 weeks later.
It was another month before Jeff left the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
Doctors have since diagnosed the entire family with post-intensive care syndrome, which is similar to PTSD.
Oh, I broke down. I broke down every single day.
Even now, Sunny says she panics when Jeff leaves the house. They know it will be a while before they can trust this new reality.
I think we don't take for granted being together anymore.
These days, Jeff celebrates life. With his lung capacity at 60%,
wow,
he's even returned to mountain biking.
We came so close to losing him, so I think we should take keeping him as a gift.
A gift this family will cherish this Father's Day and beyond. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, Los Angeles.
It's a really nice story.
Very sweet story.
It touches the heart.
I know.
Sports is coming up next, but first, Jake Vanderbrook is here with a preview. Jake, what's going on for us tonight?
Hey, Tyler, Sherry, Ellie, and to all of you watching, how's it going? Happy Friday. Coming up next in sports, former Michigan tight end Jake Butt has found a new home, and it's in the NFC North. More on that. Plus, Lions quarterback Jared Goff will reunite with one of his college teammates. We'll let you know who. Don't touch the dial because the sports is coming up next. It ends Jimmy Graham and second-year player Cole Kmet.
Feels like football's right around the corner.
I know.
Camp's over, free agency. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's really going by fast. It was the draft and then free agency, like you said. Next thing you know, just over a month away, we got training camp.
Yep, then 17 games.
Yeah, and 17 games.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And welcome back. For those last-minute shoppers still needing to get Dad a gift, WBKB's Stephanie Minichi speaks with a product expert for suggestions.
Father's Day couldn't come at a better time. As COVID restrictions become more relaxed, many fathers plan to do the same. Representative Dina Rezvanipour suggests make fits for the dad planning to take advantage of the outdoors.
They're adhesive foot pads that you place on your feet, and it gives you the freedom of being barefoot while protecting you. They're slip-proof, so they're really great for being on a boat and also by the pool.
Rezvanipour also has a suggestion for Dad after his day out in the sun.
Dad is definitely going to probably have a sunburn. We've got the perfect gift to help hydrate his skin and cool down any sunburns. This is their Arctic repair cream from Skin Iceland.
And for the dad that's fashion forward and cares about the environment, Resvanipur has the perfect sneaker. It's made out of recycled plastic from the ocean and bamboo. You can also get them in Dad's favorite color as they come in a variety. And there's still time to get the items by Father's Day. In Alpena, Stephanie Minichi, WBKB News.
That's all we have for you tonight. Join us tonight for WBKB News at 11 with Kent Davis. Have a great night.